Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We just want to say a huge thank you for helping us reach our last target, which was 3,500 subscribers. We've well past that now.
In fact, we've now hit 5k subscribers, so massive thank you to everyone who's been helping us, supporting us and encouraging us.
Yeah, so as you know, we were running a giveaway to go along with that. Should we go with our top 3 first and then tell them what it is?
Yeah, let's give them our top 3.
Okay, so yeah, there was quite a lot that came in, quite a few that were quite interesting. I'm sorry we won't be able to highlight them all, but we do appreciate the names that you did bring.
I'll go with my one first.
Yeah.
So the first one was from someone in America called Cami, and the name she suggested was Makai Okacheku, not too sure with the pronunciation there, but Makai Okacheku Patel. And Makai is actually, is it a deviation of your name?
Yes, well, is that what you say, deviation? Well, basically, it's another variation. Another variation of my name, which is obviously Michelle and Michael, and the name meaning is who is like the Lord, so I like that.
Very nice, very nice.
Wasn't a fan of the middle name. I think it just, what did it mean, Tuesday? I think it just meant Tuesday.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure what it meant, yeah.
But, yeah, we liked the first name.
Makai was really good.
It was good, yeah. My dad's called Michael and my brother's called Michael, so it's like nice to do something a little bit different. The one that I liked was from Alwa Vibes, and she gave the name Kian Gayasi. I don't know if I said that right. My mum will probably watch this and cuss me and say I'm not a true Ghanaian girl. But anyway, yeah, I like that because Kian actually means like ancient king, and the reason why we can't use that name is because I already recommended it to Amit's sister who had her child last year.
And she used it. So our nephew is actually called Kian.
But that was very good because
very good.
On the ball, on the money on that one.
We're thinking alike there, so it's good.
So yeah, we like that one. And then we also liked one from Janice648 who said Levi Ashan, which means joined in harmony and mercy, which was very cute.
Yeah, and I think the whole joined in harmony, you know, we're joined together. So that was nice.
Yeah,
that was really nice.
Yeah, we had some ones that were a bit
suspect, really.
Yeah. So
amitwedsmichelle, for example, is that even a boy's name? A nice remix of the two names.
Yeah, but we don't know what it means together.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's called Amitwedsmichelle.
No, I don't think so. Another one which was from Tosin Oles. Let me not bother with the surname. Anyway, that person said Zachariah Abel Kabbalah Patel, which means the Lord has remembered, breathing spirit, and Tuesday. We liked the Zachariah part, but we didn't like the fact that it was joined with Abel.
The hyphen Abel was a bit. Yeah, but the Zachariah was really nice. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone who sent in your suggestions. We really appreciate it. It was really funny actually going through them.
B Walker, we liked your effort because you actually came up with loads of different combinations.
So 10 out of 10 for effort.
10 out of 10 for effort.
And the meanings were good. The meanings were really good.
Yeah, so that was good.
So we really appreciate that. But
before we announce the winner, tell us, what does the winner actually get?
So there's 2 parts to the giveaway. The first part is some luxury chocolate which is made by one of our good friends. It's actually the white chocolate, which I've personally tasted, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I look forward to seeing what you guys think of it.
Yeah.
And the
his company.
His company. Yes, thank you for that. It's called Dapaah Chocolates. You'll see all their information below, so feel free to check them out. They do some very interesting combinations with chocolate and plantain and so forth, so be sure to check them out. Very interesting. So the second part of the giveaway is from a brand called J.A. Portraits, and what this centers around is recreating a photographic image by drawing it. Her drawing skills are absolutely amazing. We're going to share some of her work with you, and she's willing to recreate one of your favorite pictures and willing to ship it out to you guys free of charge.
Yep.
So let us know what you think. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So winner now or winner after the video?
Let's go with after.
So you have to watch it to the end, guys. Okay, so today's vlog.
Yes, today's vlog is all about culture clash. So you guys know us as India meets Ghana, the hashtag behind our wedding. But today we thought we'd put a bit of a spin on it and have India versus Ghana. So we'll talk about a few of the culture clashes, a few of the similarities, a few of the differences. And yeah, we'll just share with what we know so far.
Okay, cool. So, culture clash number 1, we actually came across when we were preparing to get married, because in the Ghanaian culture you have the traditional engagement. I know you guys have an engagement as well, but it's completely different.
Yeah.
But so the main element that was different was the fact that in the Ghanaian culture the man brings the dowry to the woman's family.
Yes.
But in the Indian culture, I'm supposed to bring Amit dowry.
Yes, she's meant to come with gifts, essentially. When her family sent her to get married, they will send her with gifts, which is essentially dowry, because the more that Michelle, in this instance, would be able to bring, it would be a reflection of her family's social status, their wealth, and so forth. So back in the day, when people used to have an arranged marriage, people used to ask, what can you bring as a representation, like to show us that, you know, your daughter is worthy of our son.
Whereas on our side, it's not a matter of them asking, as in us asking what he can bring.
Yeah.
They actually have a set list of things that he's supposed to bring. Obviously there's some different variations in there.
And it can be a long list.
Yeah, but his wasn't that long, so we were nice to you.
Yeah, they were.
So there's like some things on there, like he has to get me a Bible, he has to get me some African cloth to show that he can clothe me. Yeah. And then some other things
stuff,
in there.
yeah.
I asked for a mini, but it didn't come, so.
A car.
I'm joking. It wasn't one of this. It wasn't one of this. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's culture clash number 1. The way we ended up doing it obviously in the Ghanaian culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Culture clash number 2.
Culture clash number 2 is all about when we get married. In the Indian culture, the boy welcomes the girl into his family. So the girl leaves her family, leaves her parents, joins her husband, and her name then becomes, in this instance, it would be Michelle Amit&Michelle. She takes on my middle name as well as my surname. In the Ghanaian culture, however,
the boy joins the woman's family, and it kind of comes from the whole biblical passage which says a man shall now leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Doesn't mean that he obviously abandons his family, but it's just more that he becomes a part of our culture more so.
Yes.
So he's more of an African man, whereas in their culture I'm now supposed to be an Indian woman.
Yes.
So
that's quite a big clash, but we just have to manage it as it goes.
Yeah, and we have to do both.
Yeah,
yes,
we have to balance.
I have to try and
balance the two.
Yeah. Number 3 is to do with living with parents. I don't know if I'd say this is really a clash or more just like a major thing in the Indian culture.
Yes.
Because obviously generally you do hear that once the son gets married, him and his wife usually move in with
with the guys, with the groom's parents.
Yeah. Obviously it's not that big of a deal here now because I think it's like more modern here, so you obviously go and live wherever. But it's just kind of like
Yeah, there's just an expectation, you know. There's a gender divide in India, and the women go out the house, the men stay in the house, and the reason why you want men is the men, they work hard they work for the family, and they're also able to grow the family because when he gets married, he brings his wife in, and obviously the family grows.
And it's all about you guys, them taking care of the parents.
Yes. So once the son gets married, it's his duty to look after the parents. So whereas the girl, because she leaves the family, her duty kind of becomes to her in-laws.
Yeah, so it's all kind of like linked, I think.
Yeah.
That's where so.
But in the Ghanaian culture,
it's not really. There's not really.
It's not really a thing, you know, living with your parents and so forth.
Live your own life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not that they disown you.
Not that they disown you, but they're happy for you to kind of go away and live on your own and so forth. So that's another major clash.
Yeah.
But along with some clashes,
there's some things that are just like differences, so it's not
Yes.
necessarily like an expectation that they
no,
have,
yeah,
but it's just certain traditions that you have. So
Yeah.
like in terms of like naming children, usually in our culture it's like the man's duty to name children. Obviously you come to an agreement.
yeah, it's because we believe I'm the head of the household.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of comes from how in the Bible Adam named all of the animals.
Mhm.
Like that was his duty to give them names, so the man is the namer kind of thing.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a joint effort though, the name that
Yes,
it's
but
joint.
penultimately my decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, joint effort. Whereas in the Indian culture, I think there's something around the dad's sisters naming the child. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But to a certain degree, there is some element of the sisters getting involved and kind of saying what they think should be the name and so forth.
Yeah.
And there's also it's heavily influenced by the day and time that you're born, because based on what date and what time you're born, you're given like almost like certain letters
To start the name.
Yeah, certain letters of the alphabet to start the name with. Whereas in the Ghanaian
And so
tradition,
it's kind of similar in the sense that the day is significant.
yes,
Because obviously you do get Monday borns, Tuesday borns, I'm Tuesday born, so I'm Abena.
yeah,
I can't remember all the rest of them.
the rest of them. But yeah, whereas they have a fixed name for each day.
Yeah,
Ours is kind of you get given a few letters and you have to
kind of make it work.
make it work. Yeah, basically. But it's not really a thing anymore. Like again, it's something that's modernized
Yeah,
and it's kind of like has been phased out of the Indian culture.
yeah.
Another difference between the two cultures, which we've noticed since being married, is, for example, when you gift someone. So in the Indian culture, for some reason, and I honestly don't know the understanding or the reasoning behind this, but we normally give in divisions of an odd number. Like you wouldn't give someone £10, you'd give them £11 as a gift. You wouldn't give someone £20, you'd give 21. You would give 51, 25, and so forth. That's just the way I know it. I don't actually know the reasoning behind it, unfortunately, but that's what we do and that's what I follow. In the Ghanaian culture.
Yeah, when Amit first said, yeah, you have to give like £21, I mean, why are you giving £1? Why don't you just round it up
Yeah.
or round it down?
I think it's something to do with luck.
Yeah.
I honestly
If you
do.
know the answer to the £1 thing,
Yeah,
please feel free to
please
comment
drop me a
below.
comment and let me know.
But yeah, in the Ghanaian culture, it's not necessarily about how much you do give, but the important thing is that when someone does give to you,
Yeah.
the next day you're supposed to call them back to say thank you. So it's not enough just for you to say thank you in person that moment,
Yeah.
but the next day to show that you actually do appreciate it, that it's still on your mind.
The acknowledgement.
Yeah, you're expected to call back and say, auntie, uncle, thank you.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like, did you receive my gift or you didn't receive my gift?
So,
Yeah.
for example, the week after our wedding, like a few days after that, before we went on honeymoon, we had to call around.
We called around, so.
and thanked all our guests for their gifts. So yeah, again, that was something that I wasn't used to, like calling up people saying, "Oh, thanks for your gift," and then it's like, what else do we talk about now?
It's like,
I only
okay.
called you for one reason. But yeah, no, it was awkward at the start, but you quickly get used to it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Another thing is the way you greet. So we spoke about this briefly in our last video, and we said about how Ghanaians usually you tend to greet with the right hand, like
Yeah.
you're shaking your elders with the right. Anyone actually, to be honest, it's just a sign of respect, and also it's something else that does have a biblical background as well. So yeah, it's all about that.
But they also have a thing where if you go to someone's house and you greet people, you greet from
Yeah, so you greet from the right.
all the way around. You wouldn't.
Is it the right? Yes.
Yeah, you greet
Yeah,
from the right and you go around. You wouldn't
Yeah.
greet from the left and work your way the opposite way.
So if there was like for a funeral or something, obviously the main family members will sit in the front
Yeah.
row. You would have to, when you enter, you would go from the right and greet everybody in that circle from the right.
Whereas in the Indian culture, there's not really, as per se, a rule of the order in which you greet. The Indian culture is all about respecting your elders, so they have a thing where you bow before your elders as a sign of respect. But yeah, I would say in terms of shaking hands or anything like that, there's no set order or arrangement which it needs to be done in. But they do heavily emphasize when you greet people that are older than you, regardless of your relation to them, you should bow before them as a sign of respect.
I first experienced that the day after our wedding, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I just literally had to follow Amit and then just.
Yeah, it's quite weird. Like if you haven't done it before, like it can get really awkward because obviously you can see that this person might not know what to do, so you would like go in for the hug, but that person's like ducking for your feet, so it can get a bit awkward, but you kind of just have to weather the storm.
Yeah, you learn it as you go along.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
But I'd say that there are a few similarities as well, like as different as we are.
I think both cultures are very rich,
very rich,
colourful cultures. So even like I'm wearing my kente.
That's why we're dressed up
Indian.
in our traditional attire.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people, like at our wedding, it was very much colour. Like,
yes.
Even though the two cultures were different, one thing that was common was the fact that they're both very vibrant.
Very vibrant.
In what they do. Dance. They both like dance.
Dance.
Food, in terms of spice. We both like spice.
Yes.
Although Indians, I think, are on another level.
Yeah, we're slightly higher. But Ghanaians, I'm telling you, they can eat spicy food. They can.
I'm learning.
I
thought I liked spicy food before I met Amit, but I've cried some tears.
Yeah, I think Michelle was on like medium at Nando's.
No, I've never been on medium.
Okay, hot. Okay, hot.
Yes.
I've
always been hot.
Experimented extra hot a couple of times, and
extra hot.
It led to tears, but
that one I would never be able to do. I never really want.
But yeah, no. On the food side, there are some similarities in terms of how we like to eat food.
Yeah.
Very, very spicy.
And I think both cultures are very much family orientated. All of that respect for elders.
Yeah.
All of that. So that's something that's very common.
Common in both.
So like we would both have the expectation of he calls my mum, I call his mum.
Yes. And I'd say that there's also a sense of community within both cultures, that you create a community within your family, your friends and so forth, and you grow as a community. Like you don't leave anyone behind, so you support one another, and yeah, you kind of just help the community along the way. So yeah, that's what we're all about.
Yeah. So even though we do have like some culture clashes, I think we've kind of made it work in that we still try and keep some things of our own individual cultures and then put it together to make our own thing work, because we can't always please one side more than the other.
And an interesting question which we often get asked is, how are we going to raise our child? And I'm a firm believer in culture is something that is to do with upbringing, how you raise a child. So for us, for instance, we want to try and expose the child to both sides of the culture, but at the end of the day we will choose what elements we think need to be shared and what elements we may not feel comfortable sharing, and I think that's the best way for us to handle it going forward, because at the end of the day, if you give both cultures, in some cases, can be so different. If you present that before a child,
they're going to be confused.
You just get confused.
So I think it is just about our own traditions.
Yeah.
What we want to make. What we want to build our new family unit on.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We're now going to reveal the winner.
Yes, the winner of the giveaway is my favourite name, which was given by Janice648, which was the Levi Ashan, which meant, once again, if you didn't hear it before, joined in harmony, and then Ashan means mercy. Might use that for an Indian middle name.
Indian middle name. Honestly, it was a beautiful, beautiful name.
Yeah.
I personally was a bit on the fence because I loved Mackay. Mackay was just...
But you did well in getting the combination, so that's why you got the combination.
Yeah, the balance between Levi and Ashan was really on point.
So please email us your details, so we can send out the chocolate and the details for the portrait.
Yeah, so our email address is below, so please send us an email and we'll work out the logistics.
Until the next time, guys. Once again, it might be before I give birth, might not be. In that case, just hang on.
Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you at the next vlog.
Bye!